Shattering the Glass Ceiling. The year is 1868 and African Americans are considered citizens. The year is 1919 and women can finally vote. The year is 2015 and women are still paid significantly less for the same job as a man. The year is 2015 and African Americans are still losing jobs over the color of their skin. The year is 2015 and the oppressive glass ceiling is still very much intact. America is and has always been a country of opportunity. Since its start, immigrants from other countries have sought desperately after the illustrious American dream. What did they hope the American dream could offer them that their hometown couldn't? Possibility, social mobility, equality, the basic foundation on which America itself was built upon. Unfortunately, the prevalence of those ideals in today's society is lacking. White men in the workplace typically make 22% more to the dollar than women employees of the same prestige, while minority groups such as Hispanics and African Americans receive approximately 70% of the pay that the average white man grosses. It has been this way as long as America can remember. This is the embodiment of the glass ceiling, the invisible, unbreakable ceiling that prevents both women and minorities from ascending the corporate ladder. This is not the way that our fathers left us to run the country. This is not what they wanted us to do with our foundation. This is not equality. But yet I have hope. I have hope that we will turn this around. I have hope that together we will take down the glass ceiling. We will come swinging with bats and with clubs, and we will shatter the ceiling. That is the America we know and love. Martin Luther King Jr. hoped this would happen one day. He once said, "We will win our freedom because the sacred heritage of our nation and the eternal will of God are embodied in our echoing demands. When these disinherited children of God sat down at lunch counters, they were in reality standing up for what is best in the American dream and for the most sacred values in our Judeo-Christian heritage, thereby bringing our nation back to those great wells of democracy, which were dug deep by the Founding Fathers in their formulation of the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence." He said this perfectly. Although we have strayed from what our Founding Fathers would have liked, we will always come back to the ideals that America was built on: equality, liberté, and fraternité. As for my vision for America, my vision is to be able to achieve whatever it is that I want to achieve. I want my neighbors, my friends, and my community to be able to reach their full potential without being adversely affected by race, gender, ethnicity, or sexual orientation. I want to live in a world where the American dream rings true, where I'm free to figure out what I want to do, where I'm introduced to endless possibilities, and where I'm free to enhance the great nation we habituate with my hard work. That is my vision for America. In order for us to truly understand how to solve these injustices, we must take a look at our current situation. The three main areas of American life I want to touch on are the military, the business world, and politics and government. In the military, women are treated as a weaker and as an overall lesser gender than males. Diana Kramer, a former member of the military, says it best. "My male counterparts were deemed competent and capable until they proved otherwise, where on the other hand it was often assumed that I was incompetent until I proved I was not." Kramer has been deployed on 5 tours and was the only woman in her unit on 4 out of the 5 of her tours. While it's true that the numbers of women in the Army have increased steadily since 1973, the percentage of women gaining high-level corporate leadership roles has remained fairly stagnant. To truly see what that means for female representation, know that merely 4.3% of all Army general officers are female. That means that 95.7% of all military officers are male. That doesn't leave too much room for female input, does it? Women are gaining ground in the realm of business, however. Compared to just one representative over 15 years ago, today we see 34 female Fortune 500 CEOs. Is this progress? I say yes, but although that increase seems significant on paper, women still hold just 4.4% of the overall CEOs on the Fortune 500 list. Again, that is not a whole lot in retrospect. Finally, women are making great strides in politics, characterized most vividly by Hillary Clinton's powerful push towards the Democratic nomination, as well as Kylie Fiorina's efforts toward her own Republican nomination. However, as far as our history has gone, we have never seen a female president. While Americans have broken the racial barrier with the election of Barack Obama in 2008, the gender barrier has yet to be torn down. To hit a little closer to home, perhaps, is state representation, characterized by females in the House of Representatives and the Senate. Georgia's female representation closely mirrors the United States', with Georgia having roughly 24% women represented, and the United States having right around 25% women represented. This means that in terms of legislative representation, females are right at 1/4, while males dominate with 3/4 say. This is, however, a positive push forward, seeing how this is much closer to an equal 50-50 power share. But obviously, much work remains to move even closer to parity in the essential realms of American life: business, the military, and politics. What the future could look like after the glass ceiling is shattered. The possibilities are endless. America would find herself gaining over and over again from the creativity in the workplace that diversity allows for. Once again, America will embody the American dream and be an inspiration for those around us who just want an equal chance at a good life. The year is 2015, and minorities and women are finally equal. The year is 2015, and we have finally done it. The year is 2015, and the glass ceiling is finally